Alright, somebody says 3 part 3, is it? Alright, so express each of the following complex numbers in polar form. So that's minus 2 and minus root 2. So where's minus 2 plus root 2 located? It's located 2 across and how much up? Root 2 upwards. Everybody happy enough with that angle? Okay. Now, I need to turn into r cos theta plus I sine theta, which is otherwise known as polar form. Next thing I need to do is I'm going to do Pythagoras' theorem first. How do you do Pythagoras' theorem? Just get the length of the other sides. And I believe it's going to turn out to be root 6. Is that okay with you guys? The r value will be root 6. The next part, and probably the hardest part, is finding out the angle. Okay? Now, what angle is this? Do you notice I'm not taking the minus into consideration here? I'm ignoring the minus even exists for the time being. And we're going to say is tan inverse root 2 over 2. Lob that into your calculator, you get 45 degrees or pi over 4. Here's the problem though. Is that angle 45 degrees? How big is it actually?
I think that's 45.
What?
I think that's 45.
It is 45. What's a root 2 over?
2 over 2 is 45.
Oh, sorry, it's 2 over root 2. It's not 45.
No. It's I got 35.3.
Alright, sorry, just give me a sec. Oh, sorry, sorry, my fault. I'm thinking about sine, not cos. My fault. So what is the angle?
35.3.
Sorry. So when you tan inverse root 2 over 2, it's 35.3, or just 35 will do as well. 35. Now, 35 degrees is not what I'm looking for. What am I actually looking for? 180 minus 35, which is? Anybody? So, root 6 cos 145, I sine 145. Is that okay with you guys? Okay, you're correct in this question. Yeah, root 6. Now I'm in radians at the moment, so I need to sort that out. So root 6 cos 145, and what am I expecting it to be? Minus 2. Yeah, 2.00. That's just a rounding off error, isn't it? Yeah, so we got that one right. Is there another part of question 3 you want done? I think somebody said 3 part 5 or 3 part 6, I can't remember. 3 part 5, yeah, perfect. Right, 3 part 5. Now, in 3 part 5, Connell, it's 4i, isn't it? Now, where's 4i located? 4 straight up, isn't it? Now, what type of angle do you think that makes from your starting point here? What type of angle is that? 90 degrees. It's at right angles, isn't it? So your starting off point is always here. Always where that red dot is. So it's 90 degrees. Is that okay with you guys? So we know straight away it's 90. What's the length of the line? What's the length of the line, lads?
4.
So it's going to be 4 cos 90 plus I sine 90. And when you multiply that out, you'll get 0 plus 4i all day long. Okay. Moving on to question 4. Which part 4 do you want me to do? 4 part 2, was it? Now, 4 part 2, you have to multiply top and bottom by the conjugates. So, Connor, what's the conjugate of this?
Root 3 minus I.
Okay. Multiply it in, what do we get? 2 root 3 plus 2y. Everybody cool with that on top? And on the bottom, what's root 3 by root 3? 3. The middles cancel, don't they? How do I know the middles cancel? Huh? Yeah, because they're conjugate. And what's minus I squared? So would everybody agree with 2 root 3 plus 2i all over 4? What would be a better way of presenting that? 2 root 3 over 4 plus 2i over 4, which is the same as what? Root 3 over 2 plus a half I. Is that okay with you guys? Now, what is the location of that? Where's it located in your graph? Root 3 over 2 across and a half in the air. So what angle are we dealing with here? So root 3 over 2 across, a half in the air. I'm going to need the tan inverse that, haven't I? So tan inverse a half divided by root 3 over 2. Has anybody got that for me? Is it 30 degrees? Okay. Have to get the hypotenuse, don't I? So how do I get the hypotenuse? Square root of half squared plus root 3 over 2 squared. And what answer would that be? I think it's 1. Finally, you know that that's 30 degrees and you know that that's 1. So how do I put it into polar form? What's the R value? 1. And what's the angle value? 30. We cool with that? So, in 6 part 2, once again, I'm just going to draw my XY axis. So Connor, what's its location of this? Cross 3 and down root 3. Just root 3. You don't have to consider the I. Now, I'm going to find this angle X here. Everybody cool with that? So how do I find angle X, Connor?
Use the tan inverse.
Yeah, tan inverse root 3 over 3. And what do we get there?
I got pi over 6 plus pi, or pi over 6.
Right, just give me a sec. I will probably do it. Alright, I'll tell you what. I'll do this one in degrees and radians. Okay, 30 degrees. Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
30 degrees is also pi over 6. Now, we want this angle here, Connor. That's an angle bigger than 180.
Yeah.
So for me, that's 180 plus.
30.
So for me, that's 210. But if you're doing it in radians, what's 180 in radians?
Pi.
So what's pi plus pi over 6?
7 over 6 pi.
7 over 6 pi. Is that alright? So that's what we're on so far. So we can write both answers in. Now, I also had to get the hypotenuse of the triangle, don't I? So what is the hypotenuse? Can anybody tell me? R equals the square root of 3 squared plus root 3 squared. R equals root 12. And what's root 12? 2 root 3. Okay? Yes?
I think both says it's minus 5 pi over 6.
I'll do that in a second, don't worry. I'll show you what to do with that, okay? Now, r cos theta plus I sine theta. I'm going to give you 4 perfectly valid answers, alright? 4 of them, alright? So, 2 root 3. What did we say the angle was in degrees? Cos what?
30.
No, we didn't say it was 30.
210.
We said it was 210. Okay? Now, going 210 degrees anti-clockwise is equivalent to going 150 degrees clockwise. Do you get what I'm saying? So another answer could be this. 2 root 3 cos minus 150 plus I sine minus 150. That is considered the same answer. Likewise, in radian mode, this answer is 2 root 3 cos, what did we say earlier? 7 pi over 6 plus I sine 7 pi over 6. Is that cool with you guys? What'd be a different answer for that? What's 150 degrees in radians? Or what's 2 pi, which is 360, take away 210, which is take away 7 pi over 6. That will give you your 5 pi over 6. So another answer could be 2 root 3 cos minus 5 pi over 6 plus I sine minus 5 pi over 6. All four of those answers for this particular question are perfectly valid. Is that alright? So you can either go anti-clockwise or clockwise. If you go clockwise, it's a negative angle. Do you remember we did Anto stole the car back in the day? ASTC. See, I teach it the same way as we do in trig, so I don't want to learn anything new. So I always take this as my starting off point, and 0 to 90 is anti-clockwise, 180, 270. So I do complex numbers in the exact same format. I do not want to learn any new techniques, so I use techniques I already know from the course in 5th year. Okay? Alright, let's move on. Is that the question 8 now, is it? Last one? This one is a lot handier than you think. Okay. What angle is 3 pi over 4 if you were to convert it into degrees? 3/4 of 180? 135. Where's 135 located? Yeah, up at 45 degrees, right? Now, what do we know about the I value? We know it's plus 8, don't we? Now, if that's 135 and that's 45, what does it mean about this length here? We'll just call it x. Let's find out. Tan 45 equals 8 over x. X equals 8 divided by tan 45. X equals 8. Now, the length is 8, but where is it located? Is it to the right or to the left of the imaginary axis? And to the left must mean it's minus 8. So this number here is minus 8 plus 8i. And you're done. Is that alright?